close we are. No one else really matters, do they? It's just you and me. Always. You understand that, right? I'm not like other people. I don't do things half-heartedly. When I care for someone, I care deeply, obsessively. And I think you know that. You wouldn't have it any other way. No one else could take care of you like I do, could they? I've been watching you, and I can see how others try to get your attention. It's honestly a little funny. They don't know how lucky they are to even be in your orbit, but they're nothing compared to me. No one could love you like I do, and I'm sure you can feel it. You don't need anyone else. You have me, and that's all you'll ever need. I'll keep you safe, make sure you're protected. No one else will ever understand you like I do. You're mine, you know, and I don't mind reminding you of that. You're special to me, so much more than anyone else could be. You can trust me, completely. No one else would do what I do for you, would they? I take care of you, make sure nothing and no one gets close to you. You belong with me. No one else can have you, and I wouldn't let them. I don't share. Not when it comes to you. I'm always watching out for you, just like I promised. You don't have to worry about anything. You just need to stay by my side, and everything will be perfect. Only I can make it perfect. Can you see that now? It's all about us, no one else. Just you and me. No one will ever take you from me, and that's something I'll make sure of. You're mine, and that's where you belong. I've been thinking about loyalty, you know, how people say it's important, how they throw it around like it's just a simple word. But for us, it's more than just a word, isn't it? It's everything. You can't even imagine what it would do to me if you weren't loyal, if you weren't here with me. Do you understand how much I give you? How much I expect in return? I'd do anything to make sure you're happy, to make sure you're never hurt. So the least you can do, the very least, is stay loyal to me. It's not hard, really. Not when you know how much I care. You wouldn't want to disappoint me, would you? You wouldn't want to make me feel like I'm not enough for you. You know I can give you everything you need. No one else can do that. No one else can love you the way I do. I've made sure of it. So when people talk to you, when they look at you, you should remember who you belong to. They don't get to have you. They don't get to have what I have. And if you ever think of wandering, even just for a second, you need to understand what that would mean. I'll never let you go, not without a fight. I'll do whatever it takes to keep you by my side, to remind you where you belong. If you ever even think about looking elsewhere, I'll make sure you regret it. But I don't think you'll need that reminder, will you? You know better than that. You're mine, and I'm not sharing you. You really don't understand, do you? The way I look at you, the way I care for you. It's not something everyone gets. It's special. It's mine, and you're lucky to have it. Don't ever forget that. You're not like everyone else. I see it in your eyes when you look at me, that you know what I'm saying is true. You know how much I'm doing for you. I don't just say these things. I show them to you every day. Every time I'm there for you. Every time I put you first. It's because you mean everything to me. I give you everything, don't I? But there's more I expect in return. Not from anyone else, just from you. You think that's unfair? I think you're lucky. Lucky that I'm so dedicated to keeping you close, to making sure no one else can take you away. You're mine, and there's no changing that. I don't even want you to try. You wouldn't, would you? You wouldn't dare to leave me, would you? You wouldn't try to find someone else to fulfill the needs I give you, would you? You're so much more than you realize. You need me, and that's what I'm going to keep reminding you. I'm always going to be here, always going to be the one who knows exactly what you need, exactly what will make you feel loved. And if you forget that for even a moment, I'll be there to remind you. always need me, and that's just the way it is. You know it's true. You don't understand how much I've done for you. Do you think anyone else could ever be this invested in you? I've gone to great lengths just to make sure you're safe, happy, and close to me. I've built everything around you, around us. And what do I get in return? I get your love, your loyalty. That's the least you can offer me. You should be grateful. You wouldn't want to lose everything I've given you, everything I've made for you. And if you ever think for a moment that you could get away, that you could leave me or stray, I'll be there to remind you who you belong to. You know I would never let you go. If I have to, I'll make sure you never forget what happens when you take me for granted. But you won't, will you? You know I'd never hurt you. Not like that. But I'll make sure you're never far from my reach. Always close. Always mine. You're not going anywhere. Not now. Not ever. The idea of you with someone else, it makes my blood boil. Don't you dare entertain that thought. You don't need anyone else. I'm all you'll ever need. I'll keep you safe, keep you cared for, but don't mistake that for weakness. I'm doing this because you're mine. I'm not sharing you with anyone. The very thought of someone else trying to take what's mine makes me sick. You're mine, and that's all there is to it. Never forget that. You really don't know how lucky you are. People like you don't get this kind of devotion, this kind of care. I'm always here, always making sure you're safe, that you're happy. And yet, sometimes, you don't even realize how much I give you. You take it for granted, don't you? I don't mind, though. I know you love me. I can feel it when I'm close to you. But sometimes, you need to be reminded. You need to understand just how much I do for you. You think it's just love. No, it's more than that. It's everything. It's the constant reminders of where you belong, of who you belong to. You don't get to wander. You don't get to pretend that you're free to make your own decisions. I'm the one who guides you, the one who shows you what you need. It's not just about me loving you. It's about keeping you close, making sure no one else gets the chance to have you. And you're fine with that. You know you are. Because deep down, you know that I'm the only one who can give you what you need. No one else is going to care for you the way I do. You should be thankful. You should be grateful that I'm here, looking out for you. I won't let anything happen to you. I won't let you get hurt. No one else will protect you like I do. I'll always be the one who takes care of you, the one who makes sure that nothing and no one can come between us. You'll never be alone, not as long as I'm here. And you know that, don't you? You'll always come back to me, because you know no one else is capable of loving you the way I do. You're safe with me. You know that, right? You don't have to worry about anything when you're with me. No one can hurt you. No one can take you away. I'll always be here, keeping you close, making sure you know exactly where you belong. And deep down, I think you know that you wouldn't want it any other way. You wouldn't want to be with anyone else, not after everything we've shared. I've given you so much, and in return, all I ask for is your loyalty, your trust, and your love. There's no one who loves you like I do. No one who would go to the lengths I have just to make sure you feel safe, loved, wanted. You can't deny that. Every moment I spend with you, every second I'm holding you close, it's because you matter to me in a way no one else ever could. You might get tired sometimes, maybe feel overwhelmed, but I'm not going anywhere. I'll always be right here, watching over you, making sure you never feel alone. You belong to me, and I won't ever let you forget that. It's a part of you now. You're mine, and nothing will take that away. And if you ever think about straying, about leaving, just remember that I'll always be here to pull you back, to remind you where you belong. You don't need anyone else. You don't need anything but me. So go ahead, rest your head. Let yourself fall asleep in my arms. Know that when you wake up, I'll still be here. I'll always be here, taking care of you